imagine the majority of the people of the press are here today. Talk us through how all this came about. Was it your decision, or was it the club's decision, or a little bit of both?
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit of both. I understand where the club's coming from. You know, they've got to start thinking about the future. Leeds Rhinos is a massive club, and you know, at some point I've got to be replaced, and I feel as though I've still got a lot more to offer. So, you know, negotiations broke down a little bit, and we decided that it was more than likely the best for us to, you know, to part company, which, you know, it's something that you don't see when you've been at a club for so long. But that's life, and you know, we just need to get on with things now.
You mentioned that the negotiations broke down. You still go with good terms, I guess, do you, at the end? Yeah, that's a good thing. You know, there's no dark cloud over my head. You know, leaving Leeds Rhinos, it's been great. You know, all the well-wishing that I've had over, you know, the day-to-day, and everybody wishing me luck for the future, and which is the good thing about rugby league. You know, not just from the Leeds fans, but also the opposition fans as well, and that's something that makes it a little bit more special. That, you know, they're looking forward to seeing me still in Super League, and, you know, hopefully I can still perform at the highest level. How much of a part did the injury play in this decision, do you think?
I don't know. I think, you know, it's just one of them unfortunate things. When you get to a certain age, people start looking on you in different ways, and a club like Leeds, they feel like that it's now time that they need to start thinking about the next Keith Senior, or the next, you know, the next left centre that comes into the club, and they need to start seeing somebody that's going to be here for the, you know, for the amount of time that I've been here, you know, the next 10 to 13 years. So they needed, obviously, to start looking to the future. There's the bigger picture, but, you know, that's it's part of life, and these things happen.
You know, I'm about to tell you that you know, Keith's going to leave a big gap for us, and what I'm going to quickly tell you is that we're going to do our best and, you know, endeavour to fill that gap and put as many quality players in that position as possible, and the best one will get the shirt. But I want to do Keith justice and say that he will be a gap to fill. His durability within Super League in itself is, I don't think we'll ever see that again, and the amount of games he's played at the level he's played, and the nature of how he plays the game, he certainly doesn't play in a dinner jacket. He's a very physical and robust player, and plays like that. But the service he's given to Leeds, you know, I think Gary Etherington's been quoted as saying he's every right to be regarded as one of the greats, and I 100% agree with that. The effect he's had on games and the effect he's had on the success that Leeds have had in recent years is massive. So, you know, so ends an era with Keith, you know, and it's a big year as well. And we wish him all the best, and hopefully he's got another couple of years left in him that he can go out and play his trade. But you know, what he does do, he leaves a gap for us to fill, and we're going to try and do our best to get that gap filled.
You broke all sorts of appearance records, and you've won more or less all the honours. I think you've won all the honours in the English game. But I'm guessing you, as a player with your sort of attitude and drive, you still feel as if you've got a few things to prove.
Yeah, that's it. When you've been successful throughout your career, it's a bad thing, because you always want success, you always want more, and I've been fortunate to, like I say, I've been fortunate to have a lot of success at Leeds Rhinos. So it's I definitely want more, you know, and I feel like I set my targets on 600 career games, and I'm a little bit short at the moment, so I need to make sure that I need to pull some boots on and make sure that I achieve that goal as well.
So you've been at Leeds Rhinos for quite some time. You know, have you enjoyed it? I guess probably a silly question, but how much have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I've loved it. It's had the highs and the lows, and the rough and the smooth, but it's one of them that I look fondly of over my career, and that's a good thing. I've left in good terms, and I know that whenever I come back to Leeds, that I'll be accepted, and you know, that's a good thing about rugby league fans.
Obviously, you know, Leeds have won a hell of a lot of silverware in recent years, and then of late they've kind of tailed off a little bit. Do you feel like Leeds can get back on track and go on and win things? And do you think that's a reason we're seeing a few players start to leave the club, and the club start to think maybe that towards the next stage of the redevelopment almost?
Yeah, everybody's talking about a transitional period. every great club goes through it, and we've had a lot of success here at Leeds, like you say, over the last few years. So obviously changes need to happen, and you know, it's unfortunate that one of them changes has to be me, but you know, it's part of life, it's part of rugby league, and you know, we've just got to get on with things.
You got any career highlights or special memories, sort of the personal to you, that you'd like to share with us all?
Yeah, that's like you say, that's a tough one. Is that I've had a lot of great, you know, moments in rugby league, but it's, you know, basically a lot of it is, you know, the friends that you make throughout the season, you know, throughout your career, and you know, I've definitely made a lot of Leeds Rhinos, and you know, that is something that I will sorely miss.
I guess you'll still very much keep in touch with the staff here at the club, the players, and you know, you'll keep an eye out for the results, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I say, you know, I was at Sheffield for a good few years, and I still keep an eye on them, and you know, no doubt I'll do the same without Leeds, and you know, the only time I'll want them to lose is when I play against them.
Worth me asking if any of the other clubs have been in touch to you know, to see whether you'd be interested in playing for them at all yet?
I haven't thought about that at the moment. You know, really, it's just about getting my head around the situation that I'm out of work at the moment. You know, I've been made redundant and I don't have a job, so I need to get my head around that first, and you know, then I need to start looking to the future and see what's best for, you know, myself and my family.
Finally, how's the injury going? How's the rehab going?
Yeah, it's tough. It's very slow. You know, when we're getting the infection, it's sort of like set me back a bit, but it's a slow process and it's an arduous one. So yeah, what don't kill you makes you stronger. So you know, we'll get stuck into the rehab and make sure that I'm 100% for next year.